Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear from a local political expert and the Maine GOP in response to Governor Mills announcing her run for U.S. Senate.
Plus, in Ellsworth, residents had the opportunity to meet candidates vying for 3 open seats on their city council.
And Castine's Community Clinic is looking for ways to keep health care accessible as they may no longer be affiliated with Northern Light Health.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday morning. We'll have those stories. We'll also have the scene from Dexter last night. What a nice scene. They were shooting a special video as they continue. They're competing against other schools to win a contest, and they'll end up getting some lights and a new football field down there in Dexter. A lot of community spirit.
Don't forget to vote either.
Don't forget to vote. But we'll have that story coming up. But first, a check of the forecast, looking like just another cloudy day, but it's on the mild side. So.
We'll turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through the thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. Alrighty, here we go. We have gale watches and small craft advisories posted. Small craft advisory up until Thursday morning at around 8 a.m. Gale watches also posted until Friday at around 8 a.m. Now, moving forward, we had some precipitation passing through recently. Things are backing off for the time being. We will stay dry today under a mostly cloudy sky, and in fact, tonight will also stay dry. We will have another system passing through. The wave heights will also stay active thanks to this area low pressure. This cold front will also pass through, pushing all this activity out of here, but another area low pressure will also develop, and that will also send a little bit more precipitation in from the east going toward the west coming up rather soon. Futurecast moving forward again, we will have some clouds developing today and again coming up later on tonight. Notice we start to see some of that development where some rain will move in from the east and going toward the west in due time. Hourly forecast for today, a mostly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. We'll see you a little later on. Well, we hope to learn more today about police activity last night in the town of Clinton. The local police department reported there was a large police presence in town last night, but said there was no danger to the public. They also said they couldn't release any more information last night. It's unclear at this point if it has any connection to human remains found last week in a field along Route 100. Police had been investigating a missing persons case when those remains were found. At last report, they were still trying to positively identify the person who was located. We hope to gather more information later on today.
A person's body was found following a fire in a home in Harpswell. Crews were called to a home on Harpswell Neck Road around 4:30 on Tuesday morning. Firefighters found one person inside the home and brought them out, but unfortunately that person could not be saved. He has tentatively been identified as 78-year-old Hugh McFarlane of Harpswell. The medical examiner's office will now work to determine the cause and manner of death. The cause of the fire also remains under investigation.
After weeks of speculation, Governor Janet Mills has made it official, launching her campaign to unseat Republican Senator Susan Collins. She released a video talking about her decades of legal and legislative experience as a prosecutor, attorney general, and later as governor. Mills is wasting no time in her announcement, immediately taking aim at incumbent Senator Collins, claiming Collins has, quote, forgotten her principles. In a press release, Mills also claims Collins is helping President Donald Trump hurt Maine people. Mills is the 8th Democratic candidate to file her paperwork in that race.
We also asked political expert and University of Maine political science chair Mark Brewer to weigh in on Governor Mills' announcement and her candidacy. Brewer says out of the gate, she's the Democratic frontrunner. At the same time, Brewer says newcomer Graham Plattner is gathering a lot of momentum. If the two go head-to-head and run overly aggressive campaigns, hurling insults and attacks, that could hurt their chances against Collins, regardless of who would emerge as the Democratic candidate. It could also further divide the Democratic Party and voters. He says it all comes down to how they play it.
Mills and Plattner, along with the other candidates who end up staying in the race, really make this about issues and policies and who's best positioned to take on not only Senator Collins, but Donald Trump and his Republican Party, and it really could energize the Democratic base.
While the Maine GOP has issued a response to Governor Mills' Senate race, attacking her record and alleging that during her tenure, Maine's cost of living has gone out of control and educational outcomes have faltered. They went on to say in part, quote, "We just had the highest electricity price increase in the nation. Chinese organized crime has put down roots across Maine. Taxes have increased and state government spending has exploded due to Mills's special interest handouts and illegal immigration welfare programs. Congratulations, Chuck Schumer, on getting one of America's most liberal, unpopular governors to join a race where moderates have had historic success."
Brewer said to expect others to drop out as with Mills' announcement. He believes this is now a two-person race to the Democratic primary. Already one candidate has done so. Maine Beer Company founder Dan Kleben suspended his campaign following Mills' announcement and then endorsed her candidacy. He says he got into the race for Senate for the same reason he started his company, to do what's right. He said that motto has guided him, and he feels Governor Mills will put Mainers first in addressing issues like the rising cost of housing, health care, and other basic necessities.
The race for the Ellsworth City Council is tightly packed with 7 candidates running for 3 open spots there. Our Callie Warren spoke with those council hopefuls at Ellsworth's annual Meet the Candidates event.
My name is Myrna Smith.
Earl Awalt.
My name is John Linehan.
Timothy Carter.
My name is Carol Martineau.
Name is Eric Marichal.
Hi, I'm Patrick Shea.
7 in the running for 3 open seats and no incumbents makes for an interesting city council election season in Ellsworth. These 7 hopefuls addressed voters at the Grand Theater on Tuesday, where they introduced themselves and their visions for the city.
Tonight is about civic connection. Hearing directly from the individuals who help us shape the future of our community and coming together in the spirit of participation and respect.
The event offered a chance for both moderators and members of the public to ask questions of those candidates. The majority of candidates are building their platforms on property taxes, hoping to lower them if elected.
The taxes have just doubled percentage. I mean, mine went up 38%. Over a period of inflation was only 4.
Well, I think the number one issue is taxes. That's not going to change. If you can make it affordable for people to live here, they're going to enjoy the community.
Yeah, just common sense and try to stop the bleeding here in Ellsworth and see what we can do to get these taxes under control. Like all the other residents, I'm upset about the property taxes being hiked up. Mine have been constantly going up.
Others say they want to focus on growth, hoping to nourish the local economy.
The biggest things for me is that economic development and education are so intertwined, because you need people to be able to get the skills to acquire jobs that can support a family, but you also need the jobs here.
Affordable housing, traffic, infrastructure. This is a really growth-driven area. So I just want to make sure that we're planning for not only now, but the next decade.
Some wish to focus on cooperation with the people of Ellsworth and their potential fellow councilors.
My platform is cooperation. The problems that people complain about in Ellsworth can't be fixed by one person.
Voters will decide who occupies those empty seats in November. In Ellsworth, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, Castine's community clinic is considering changes as its leadership looks for new ways to keep healthcare accessible while questions swirl around Northern Light Health. For years, Northern Light Health has rented space at the clinic on Court Street and has been the clinic's network provider, meaning the clinic is affiliated with Northern Light Health. But at a select board meeting last week, the clinic's board president, Bobby Fate, says recent changes within Northern Light prompted them to take a closer look at their own future and consider separating from the health system entirely. While nothing is finalized, Fate says they are conducting a feasibility study that's expected to take about 3 months. The board will discuss the next steps with consultants at its annual public meeting next week.
State Senator Mark Lawrence of Elliott serves as Senate Chair for the legislature's Energy, Utilities, and Technology Committee. Yesterday, he issued a statement voicing strong opposition to impending CMP rate hikes ahead of 2 public hearings on that matter. He says back in September, CMP filed with the Maine Public Utilities Commission for a rate increase that is expected to cost ratepayers $1.4 billion over the next 5 years. Lawrence says, quote, while investing in our grid is surely important, doing so on the backs of ratepayers at this scale would be to ignore what we hear every day on the Energy Committee, that costs are too high for everyday Mainers. This proposal flies in the face of that notion that utilities should act in the best interest of their customers. So I urge the PUC to reject this request. Those 2 public hearings were set for last night in Freeport and another one for tonight in Hollowell at 6 p.m. at the PUC office.
Officials in one Penobscot County town are warning residents of a presence of a rabid raccoon. The Maine CDC sent this letter to the town leaders in Lowell, reporting that the agency had detected a case of rabies in a raccoon in that town. Rabies is a fatal viral disease that attacks the central nervous system in mammals. It is transmitted through the saliva of an infected animal, typically through bites or scratches. One way to protect your animals is through vaccination. You also want to make sure your pets are not allowed to interact with wild animals that may be carriers for that disease. Bats, raccoons, skunks, and foxes are common carriers. The disease can be transferred from animals to humans.
Make sure your pets all have their shots.
Absolutely. The time now is 8:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, local firefighters tested their equipment yesterday to ensure safety in those dangerous situations.
We'll hear from them coming up, but first another check of that forecast. A mostly cloudy day ahead today. It will be breezy, bringing down a lot of those leaves. Highs around 57 degrees. Mostly cloudy and breezy tonight, the lows dropping down to the upper 30s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with showers on the way. Highs around 50. We'll be right back.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you.
It's coming. Winter will descend. Be ready and save on one of Toyota's 23 snow-conquering all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models during Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon. Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you can get 4.75 for $60 on a stylish all-wheel drive RAV4 with comfort and refinement. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance. Winter is approaching, so save at Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
You're gripping a pumpkin spice latte, watching the home game on a Friday night. Earlier, you took the kids apple picking and almost made it through the corn maze. It's that time of year. Shorter days, cooler nights. Valley Home Services believes the comfort and warmth of home means more on nights like these. Comfort and warmth that comes from Fujitsu heat pumps. Valley Home Services has the most reliable choices for heating and cooling your home or business. Ditch the worry of heating bills and power outages all season long with Valley Home Services. Go ahead, embrace the comfort.
The weak do not belong. In Special Forces, you're going to learn what it's like to be in our reality.
One of us has to stay calm.
Let's go! Throw him! Throw him!
I can't breathe.
This is pathetic! Help! I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Let's go! Get me out!
I didn't want to go home.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test. All new Thursdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, firefighting is a dangerous job, making it paramount that firefighters have properly working equipment when they respond to a call. In an effort to ensure that, crews from multiple towns were out testing their equipment. According to Aurora Volunteer Fire Chief Deborah Paulman, crews are legally required to test all of their gear annually. Paulman says her crew, Mariahville Otis Fire, and the Osborne Fire Department have a team come from out of state to test everything from hoses and ladders to pumps and engines.
We don't have enough super physically fit staff to be able to do this amount of testing easily. So these guys, younger guys, come up from southern New England and do all the hard lifting for us.
Meanwhile, this year's numbers for the Champion the Cure Challenge show that the event raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for local cancer care. Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center puts on the event every year. This year's event, back in August, raised more than $750,000 as more than 1,700 participants walked, ran, cycled, or even paddled to participate. The funds raised will enhance cancer research, hair preservation for those enduring chemotherapy. It will help purchase state-of-the-art radiation treatment equipment, as well as provide support staff for patients, among other efforts. The 2026 event is now scheduled for Saturday, August 15th.
And locals are still turning out to honor conservative political activist Charlie Kirk after he was killed at a Turning Point USA event in Utah. A group was seen in Carmel flying flags over an I-95 overpass. Gracie Fectu, a member of the local Turning Point USA chapter, says events like this are a great way to engage with her community and meet new people while remembering the life of Charlie Kirk.
I would encourage those in their community to start a Club America as well. You know, you get to meet a lot of new people. It's a really fun experience, and we get to all come together and share the same beliefs.
Charlie Kirk had a lot of supporters here in Maine. Yesterday, by the way, the president also awarded him posthumously with a Presidential Medal of Freedom.
On what would have been his birthday.
Right.
The time now is 8:17. After the break, Dexter Regional High School is still fighting in the 5G Friday Night Lights Challenge, filming a special video for some extra points.
We'll join them coming up. Plus, nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners have been released from Israeli jails and have now returned home. Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Seasons Lounge and Banquet Center. We're just one block from Hollywood Slots in Bangor, and your home for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Come watch the game with us and have an appetizer combo. See us for game day specials. Bands, food, fun, seasons.
Who has the best kept secret in Penobscot County?
We do!
Welcome to Maple Lane Farms, a fifth-generation family farm that's committed to providing you with the best quality products. Our farm-raised local and sustainable meat is flash frozen to lock in the freshness and natural flavors. Experience the top-notch quality of our meat that's naturally raised without any antibiotics or hormones. Get the best of both worlds, quality and affordability. Try Maple Lane Farms today, the candy store for the carnivore.
Healthcare costs are up 75% in the last 10 years. Now millions are losing coverage to pay for tax cuts for the wealthy, and Mainers could see their monthly premiums jump $1,500. Congressman Jared Golden is working to fix this, to extend tax credits so families don't have to choose between going to the doctor and paying for groceries. Congressman Golden has always had our back when it comes to lowering costs. Call Congressman Golden. Tell him to keep fighting.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
Seasons Lounge and Banquet Center. We're just one block from Hollywood Slots in Bangor, and your home for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Come watch the game with us and have an appetizer combo. See us for game day specials. Bands, food, fun, seasons.
Welcome back, everyone. Riverdance is coming back. Riverdance 30, the new generation tour, will play in 67 cities across the U.S. next year, including Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Atlanta, Morristown, New Jersey, Buffalo, New York, San Diego, and Salt Lake City, along with others. The show's producers say it builds on the original show with new choreography and costumes. and state-of-the-art lighting, projection, and motion graphics as well. And for the first time, Riverdance welcomes the new generation of performers, all of whom were not even born when that show began 30 years ago. The tour will kick off in late January in Sarasota, Florida. Just amazing dancers, too.
And American Airlines is letting customers add their boarding passes to Google Wallet now. The airline says the move will allow passengers who use Google Wallet to have easy access to their boarding pass throughout their travel. Other airlines already allow boarding passes to be used on Google Wallet, and some passengers were able to upload screenshots to the app prior to the integration. American also allows its tickets to be added on Apple Wallet, along with the ability to automatically add the boarding pass after checking in on the American app.
Trying to make it easier for travelers out there.
It is kind of easier, I think.
I'll probably use it about a year or two from now.
Yeah.
That's usually my thing. You know, new technology comes out, then I'll catch on like a couple of years
There you go.
later and have some kid teach me how to do it.
The time now is 8:21. Let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. Already, small craft advisory and gale watches posted. Small craft advisory posted until 8 a.m. as we head towards your Thursday. We also have gale watches posted until 8 a.m. as we head towards your Friday. In the meantime, wave heights are already active at around 5 feet according to the buoys, 8 feet farther out towards sea. We still have that area low pressure farther out towards sea that is stirring up the ocean. Radar and satellite showing things calming down on land, but as we do zoom things out, that area low pressure is still out there. There it is right there, and that is what's stirring up the ocean, still prompting those advisories along the shore at this time, including parts of Maine along the coastline. So as we check things out, there's that area low pressure right there. That's what's stirring up the ocean. We have a cold front right there that will help to push things out of here, but we're going to have another area of low pressure develop, and that's what's going to send some rain in from the east going toward the west throughout parts of the week later on. Futurecasts in the meantime will have some clouds developing today and again later on tonight. Gusty winds a thing today and tonight as well. There's the beginnings of that area of low pressure. It tries to get a little bit of snow. I know there's that four-letter word. Snow begins to get mentioned. Mainly further off towards the north can't be ruled out. But for us farther down toward the south, I'm keeping the mention of rain in the forecast. But as we head towards your Thursday, that opportunity for rain will begin to move in with that area low pressure. The pressure gradient gets stacked too with the isobar. So gusty winds will be a thing as well through Thursday. And then the rain backs off as we head towards Thursday night and the parts of Friday. So gusty winds a thing today, up to 20 to 25 miles per hour, continuing in parts of tonight. And even as we head towards your Thursday, more gusty winds will be an issue. So for today, we're dry, mostly cloudy and breezy, highs in the upper 50s, north wind up to around 20 miles per hour. By tonight, upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy, northwest wind at around 15 miles per hour. Some higher gusts cannot be ruled out. Low 50s tomorrow, mostly cloudy, some rain showers, and that north wind up to around 20 miles per hour. Higher gusts cannot be ruled out. Alrighty, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Partly cloudy on Friday with highs in the upper 50s, and then low 60s for your Saturday under a mostly sunny sky. Partly cloudy Sunday, highs in the mid 60s.
Purple Coat Bangor is open and ready for business. Jump into the best products, pricing, and customer service in town. Join a growing community with monthly events, art and music nights, daily specials, and plenty of good vibes. Located at 431 Audlin Road, right off of 395. Stop by and check us out today.
Time to get clean!
Yes, but that liquid detergent leaves you covered in harsh chemical residue. Not Earth Breeze. Just one sheet gives you a powerful clean.
Switch now at earthbreeze.com.
We can go into a room and have absolutely nothing in there, nothing on the windows, no color, no character, no tone to a room.
That's, I think, where we're strongest, is being able to help someone envision what's going to go in that window.
and we leave, it's totally transformed into something that the customer wants it to be. We've often been told we make a room look better just by leaving it.
When Blazing Trails located in Lincoln want to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Blazing Trails is Lincoln's #1 trusted dispensary, providing outstanding product and customer service to Eastern and Central Maine.
Regular season wins are cute. All those laps led, adorable. And the burnouts reek of yesterday. But it's the Craftsman Truck Series playoffs now. No time to admire your reflection in the shiny trophies of May and June. No. It's what have you won for me lately time. No room for resting on laurels, because it's the survival of the fastest, my friend. And to be champion, you best not look back.
Purple Coat Bangor is open and ready for business. Jump into the best products, pricing, and customer service in town. Join a growing community with monthly events, art and music nights, daily specials, and plenty of good vibes. Located at 431 Audlin Road, right off of 395. Stop by and check us out today.
This morning, the fallout from the government shutdown can be felt across the country. From airports to federal agencies, Americans are feeling the impact as Republicans and Democrats remain deadlocked about how to fund the government. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, the fallout is growing from the government shutdown as Republicans and Democrats remain at a standstill. It comes as President Trump met with Argentina's president Tuesday at the White House to announce a $20 billion bailout. Democrats slamming the administration, saying the U.S. has $20 billion in taxpayer funds for Argentina, but not for lowering health care costs for millions of Americans.
The overwhelming majority of Americans say we need help with our health care, and they're busy spending $20 billion because Trump seems to really like the leader of Argentina.
But Republicans pointing the blame for the shutdown on Democrats.
Democrats have made demands. And by the way, very expensive demands. And they've taken government funding hostage.
The White House has already fired more than 4,000 federal workers since the shutdown began. Now the president is threatening to lay off even more and dismantle programs favored by Democrats.
The Democrats are getting killed on the shutdown, because we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we were opposed to.
But Democrats say the Republicans have already been cutting programs since Trump returned to office.
The fact that they're celebrating firing hardworking federal employees doesn't strengthen their position with the American people. It weakens it.
The shutdown also causing controversy at major airports across the country. Many are refusing to play Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's video, blaming Democrats for the shutdown, citing the Federal Hatch Act, which prohibits political activity. This as federal employees face the growing uncertainty of working without pay.
Not knowing exactly how I'm going to have childcare for my kids or put gas in the car or pay the next mortgage payment adds a certain level of stress onto an already stressful profession.
The White House says it's keeping troops paid by using research and development funding, and it's now looking for ways to do the same with federal law enforcement. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
In other news, more than 1,800 Palestinian prisoners have been released from Israeli jails over the past 24 hours and returned to their homes in the Gaza Strip and West Bank. The prisoners were freed as part of the prisoner hostage swap deal included in the recent ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. This agreement stipulates that the return of the last 20 surviving hostages from Gaza to Israel and the release of about 2,000 Palestinian prisoners from Israeli jails. Meanwhile, Israel Radio reported on Tuesday that Israel has transferred 45 bodies of Palestinian detainees to the ICRC. A medical official in Gaza confirmed that the remains have arrived in its territory. According to Israel's Channel 13 News, Israel will significantly reduce the flow of humanitarian aid into Gaza because of Hamas's refusal to hand over the remaining Israeli bodies. Hamas has not responded to those claims.
Growing tensions over immigration raids being carried out by the Trump administration. The Department of Homeland Security is out with a disturbing report on the kind of threats immigration agents and their families are now facing. And now another example of violence on the streets, a chase, a crash, and then chaos in Chicago. Once again, Nicole D'Antonio has more.
This is the crash that led to a chaotic confrontation between residents and federal officers on Chicago's east side. Homeland Security officials say an undocumented immigrant inside an SUV tried to flee from being arrested and rammed into a Border Patrol vehicle. A chase followed, with agents then crashing into the SUV to stop it. 2 people fled on foot but were eventually arrested. Residents nearby gathering at the scene, the crowd growing hostile, throwing eggs at federal agents, then rocks. Agents responding by firing tear gas. Several people were arrested.
There's absolutely no reason to have this kind of chaos happening in our communities, putting people at risk, putting people in harm's way, and just exacerbating the fear that people feel right now.
The confrontation is the latest to highlight the growing security risk for federal officers. Homeland Security says Mexican cartels are now offering cash bounties targeting ICE officers and other agents. They say cartels are offering $2,000 for gathering intelligence on federal officials and their families, $5,000 to $10,000 for kidnapping or non-lethal assaults, and up to $50,000 for the assassination of high-ranking officials.
We're not backing down. We will keep going. We will continue to enforce the rule of law. President Trump and Secretary Noem are going to give our law enforcement the resources they need to succeed and clean up America's streets.
President Trump says his crackdown on crime in Democratic-led cities is working.
Chicago, we've already made a lot of progress despite fighting from the government, but Chicago's doing great.
Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
In other news this morning, a dog starts quite the fiery party when his owners are away. Take a look at this video. The video shows the dog named Colton starting a fire in a North Carolina home after chewing on lithium-ion batteries, a battery. The Chapel Hill Fire Department shared the video from homeowner David Sasser's home security system on social media. The fire department says the battery was charged and unplugged, but wasn't stored safely. The fire department added that the battery wasn't under any recalls. The fire department says Colton wasn't injured and the house itself is fine, aside from some smoke damage and a burnt-up rug there in the living room. The National Fire Protection Association says devices containing lithium-ion batteries should be stored and used properly to limit the likelihood of them overheating. Boy, what a close call there.
I know, they got lucky. Coming up on the second half of the newscast, this season's foliage is more muted than normal, but other areas in the country are actually experiencing the same problem.
We'll have that and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
I'm Jim with Lowry Law. I was contacted by a woman who asked me to help one of her friends who had been hurt by a drunk driver. Not only did he have multiple injuries, he had the added stress of being the victim of a crime. We helped make sure that he didn't have to testify or even go to court. That was important to him, so I made it a priority. We got him a $250,000 settlement. If you've been hurt by a drunk driver, call me. I'm your go-to guy.
Hurt by a drunk driver? Call the twos.
Tired of worrying whether your credit will hold you back from getting a car? At Down East Credit Union, we believe everyone deserves reliable transportation, even with less than perfect credit. Let us guide you every step of the way. If your credit score is under 670, or you've had setbacks like bankruptcy or repossession, that doesn't mean you're out of options. We'll help you get pre-approved, guide you through car shopping, and work with you on a plan to rebuild your credit. Reach out to Down East Credit Union today. Let's get you on the road confidently.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Wednesday, October 15th, 2025, and it is also National Grouch Day.
This day was created to honor all the grouches we know, including the world's favorite grouch, Oscar from Sesame Street. On this day, no one can stop us from complaining or being irritable or even wallowing in our own misery. It's also a day to process our negative emotions and to embrace the grouch that lives inside all of us.
We all have those days when
sure
we're
do.
a little irritated or whatever.
Yeah.
Today, it's okay to be that way. Everybody be patient. All right, on this day in history, back in 1863, the H.L. Hunley sank during a demonstration run. The 40-foot submarine was the world's first successful combat sub and was used to attack Union ships in Mobile, Alabama. It had been operated by a crew of 8 with one person steering, while the rest turned a crank to drive the sub's propeller. Its inventor and all crew members were killed when it sank during that demo run. It's like a I was going to say a floating coffin, but really a sinking coffin.
Pretty much.
Yeah. In 1952, on this date, the children's novel Charlotte's Web was published by E.B. White. It had been written at the author's farm in Brooklyn, Maine. In 1954, Hurricane Hazel made landfall on the Carolina coast and left a trail of destruction all the way up into Canada. It was blamed for killing about 1,000 people in the Caribbean, 95 here in the U.S., and 81 up in Canada.
Wow.
And in 1973, Dolly Parton released her hit single, Jolene.
In 1989, hockey great Wayne Gretzky of the Los Angeles Kings broke Gordie Howe's all-time NHL scoring record in a game against his former team, the Edmonton Oilers, breaking the record of 1,850 goals. And in 1991, despite sexual harassment allegations by Anita Hill, the Senate narrowly confirmed the nomination of Clarence Thomas to the U.S. Supreme Court. And in 2003, 11 people were killed when a Staten Island ferry slammed into a maintenance pier. The ferry's pilot, who had blacked out at the controls, later pleaded guilty to 11 counts of manslaughter. How scary is that?
Yeah, I remember that one.
And in 2024, so recently, researchers discovered 7 new species of tree frogs in Madagascar that make strange high-pitched whistling calls, like the sound effects from the sci-fi series Star Trek. They were named after the show's characters, including Kirk and Picard.
And the scientists apparently have a sense of humor, too.
I know.
Kind of neat. All right, for birthdays today, they include celebrity chef Emeril Lagasse, who is 66, singer Kimberly Schlapman from the band Little Big Town is 56, and actress Bailey Madison is 26 years old today. Happy birthday to them and to you also if your birthday is today. Bailey's another one of those child actors.
Yeah.
We watched her kind of growing up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll turn things back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through the thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. Alrighty, here we go. We have gale watches and small craft advisories posted. Small craft advisory up until Thursday morning at around 8 a.m. Gale watches also posted until Friday at around 8 a.m. Now, moving forward, we had some precipitation passing through recently. Things are backing off for the time being. We will stay dry today under a mostly cloudy sky, and in fact, tonight will also stay dry. We will have another system passing through. The wave heights will also stay active thanks to this area low pressure. This cold front will also pass through, pushing all this activity out of here, but another area low pressure will also develop, and that will also send a little bit more precipitation in from the east going toward the west coming up rather soon. Futurecast moving forward again, we will have some clouds developing today and again coming up later on tonight. Notice we start to see some of that development where some rain will move in from the east and going toward the west in due time. Hourly forecast for today, a mostly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood.
Here's ABC's Alex Stone.
Tributes are pouring in for D'Angelo, the R&B icon who passed away after a battle with pancreatic cancer. Jamie Foxx taking to Instagram, calling D'Angelo one of God's special creations and that his impression will be felt for generations to come. Doja Cat, meanwhile, said he was a true voice of soul and inspiration to many brilliant artists. D'Angelo broke through with his first album, Brown Sugar, in 1995, which he followed up in 2000 with a chart-topping Voodoo, which won Best R&B Album at the Grammys. He also won Best R&B Performance for that album's single, untitled How Does It Feel? Michael D'Angelo Archer was 51. And another celebrity passing to tell you about. Drew Struzan has died at 78. He was the artist behind the iconic posters of movies like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, and The Thing. Niecy Nash-Betts has been named Out 100 Icon of the Year. She's known for her roles in shows like Claws and Reno 911. She tells ABC News she's beyond proud and says, quote, "It means an awful lot for me to be a role model for the LGBTQ plus community." Other honorees of the Out 100 Awards include Doechii, Bob Mackie, Rosie O'Donnell, and Tremel Tillman. And happy birthday to Keisha Cole, the R&B artist known as a princess of hip-hop soul, turns 44 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Alex Stone, ABC News.
And real quickly, before we take the break, during the last hour, we had the good folks from UCP of Maine visiting us to tell us about the annual Pumpkins in the Park celebration that's coming up. It's going to take place this Sunday at the Anna Temple there in Bangor. They're going to have started off in the morning. They turn the lights out. They have the various pumpkin patches where kids can go trick-or-treating. And then they'll have a special hour later on for kids who are sensitive to sensory things. And they'll turn the lights on for them, turn down the music and that kind of thing.
It sounds like a really fun event for whole families to go to as well.
Safe place to go trick-or-treating.
Absolutely. Still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports.
Don't go away.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Wake up to a sausage McMuffin with egg for $3 and any size iced coffee for $1.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the 5th year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the 3rd consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Fires, floods, burst pipes. Disasters happen, but the mess they leave behind doesn't have to last. For 40 years, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration has been there to help Mainers get back to the closest to normal as they can. When your property is at its worst, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is at their best, and they have been for 4 decades. Put your trust in the Bouchard team. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
Dexter Regional High School has been named a finalist in the T-Mobile Friday Night Lights football giveaway, putting the school in the running for a grand prize of $1 million. We encourage everyone to vote for Dexter High at votedexter.com. Brought to you by Howard Insurance Dexter and Berg Activewear in Corinna.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Grab any size iced coffee for $1.29 and pair it with a bagel sandwich.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Who will rise? Who will fall on the Battle of the States?
Let's duel. This War, all new tonight at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Welcome back in, folks. Tuesday night, I got to witness an incredible display of community at Dexter Regional High School as they fight to win the T-Mobile Friday Night Lights Challenge. Take a look.
I wish we can get all those votes so, like, when I get up into high school, I can, like, have a upper field than this and be able to play under the lights.
Dexter Regional High School is a finalist for the T-Mobile Friday Night Lights competition, where the winner is awarded a $1 million grand prize to put towards a field renovation, along with a new weight room furnished by Gronk Fitness. On Tuesday night, the Dexter community got together to film their video submission for the Hometown Cheer Challenge, where the winner gets 15,000 extra votes. In the turnout from that community, got some people dreaming.
It was great. I mean, it was a Tuesday, and people have to work in the morning, and I can just imagine what it would be on a Friday. You know, on a Friday night, that would be very special.
They were scrambling to finish the video before the sun went down, which sent a message better than words could. Dexter needs lights.
It would be nice to actually play at home under the lights on a Friday night game.
I think we actually play better under the lights. The environment gets us going. The boys like it more. We like playing in front of a home crowd, but the Friday night lights is what they want to play for.
A new field and lights wouldn't just help this generation, but also generations to come.
When I get older, I've been really wanting to play on this field.
Love it.
I mean, this field looks really nice, especially with the pink numbering. But yeah, it'd just be like one of my dreams to play on this field.
Dexter currently sits in third place, but over 200,000 votes away from first. So folks, get out and vote for your fellow Mainers. It's as easy as this.
It only takes about 10 seconds. Go online, go to votedexter.com, and vote as many times you can a day. It takes just about 10 seconds.
Well, need I say more other than...
Let's vote for Dexter!
Thanks to the little guys there for helping me out. Dexter's hosting Holton on Saturday at 1, but the tailgate starts at 11:30. Everyone is welcome as they continue to spread the word. Maine football is riding a hot win streak over on Saturday with a win, but they get a much-needed rest this week as they enter their bye week. Our Max Sturm has the story.
Definitely feels good. The biggest thing for us was just to, start fast and finish strong.
The Maine Black Bears earned another big win on Saturday, narrowly defeating the Merrimack Warriors 20-13 down in Massachusetts, and they head into their bye week having won 3 straight. The Black Bears will now get a much-needed rest week. For some players, the bye week allows them the rare opportunity to do the activities they enjoy most away from the field. And for others, they just can't help but continue to stay focused on the road ahead.
I've never been to Boston before, so I think I'm going to go to Boston for a couple of days, a day or two, just to see it, because I've never been there before, so I always wanted to go explore.
Yeah, I think it's just more so making sure I'm spending those quality time at home with my family, and whether that's in the evening or this weekend, we're going to have time to do that.
I mean, honestly, there's not much that I enjoy away from the gridiron, but the bye week for me is just catching up on schoolwork, just getting my body right.
Next Saturday, Maine will host Elon University in an all-important conference matchup. Some players will tell you nothing sets the tone more for a big game like having the perfect pregame hype-up song.
Probably any song by NBA Youngboy. It's a lot of them. Probably XXX. I like that one a lot.
Christian said that you got weird music taste.
No, no, I don't. I mean, before practice and stuff, I'll walk in the locker room, play some Adele or something like that. But I just, just jokingly, I'll probably listen to G Herbo or NBA Youngboy or Kodak.
Oh man, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I actually don't listen to music before games.
Oh.
I don't.
Wow. No, particular art. You just stay clear-headed.
No, I just talk to the guys next to me. I don't really listen to music pregame.
With music or not, rest assured the Black Bears will come out fighting at Alphonse Stadium next Saturday. In Orono, Max Sturm, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Thank you for that, Max. I once had a teammate who could only listen to Ed Sheeran before games because it would calm him down and be getting too excited. It's always funny to hear what these guys are listening to. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
I was hurt in a bad motorcycle accident, and I was laid up for a couple months.
If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call Joe today for a free case evaluation.
I'm really grateful they won my case for me.
Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Get more of what you want this season during the Kia Fall Savings Event. Like more off-road adventure with the Sorento. Or Telluride. Or more fun zipping around in the Seltos. Or Nero Hybrid. And new Kia vehicles come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, so you can get more out of every year. During Kia's Fall Savings Event, get 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on select 2025 Sorento models.
Carpets looking tired, stained, or just plain dirty? It's time to call the pros. At C&R Carpet Cleaning, we use deep steam technology to remove dirt, odors, pet hair, and allergens fast. Fresh, clean carpets, healthier home. That's the C&R promise. Visit our Facebook page for a free estimate or call us today, 631-7380. Step into clean with C&R Carpet Cleaning.
Sunday. This is your day, so start it like you mean it.
Now let's go out there and do what we're supposed to do, baby.
Get locked in at 11 a.m. with Fox NFL Kickoff.
I'm excited to watch this game.
Then at noon, it's America's #1 pregame show as the best crew in the biz hype you up for a full day of football.
Bring it.
I like it. What a catch. Start the best day the best way with back-to-back pregame shows every Sunday on Fox.
Motorcycle accidents can happen fast.
I wasn't going to take a chance on my future.
I knew I only had one opportunity. You'll need somebody who knows motorcycle law. Call the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
They got me way more than I thought I'd get.
Welcome back, everyone. As we head deeper into fall, environmental and weather experts say much of this season's foliage is much more muted than usual.
Fox News' Ted Linder explores what's making autumn less vibrant across much of the Northeast, also the Rocky Mountains and the Smoky Mountain regions.
With autumn in full swing,
fall is my favorite season.
a number of folks flocking to parts of the country to take in the fall foliage aren't so impressed.
You have kind of a shortened color season, and the colors in some cases are muted.
Weather experts say weeks of stubborn drought heading into this season are to blame. According to data from the U.S. Drought Monitor, more than 40% of the nation was considered to be in drought throughout the beginning of this month.
Deep-rooted plants like trees can sometimes start feeling that stress when the drought gets significant.
A lack of water causes leaves to turn brown and fall off their branches faster than usual.
So you go from green to brown and then early leaf drop without the vibrant colors in between that we like to see this time of year.
But not all hope is lost.
I'm constantly surprised at how wonderful the fall season is, despite these stresses.
While some leaf peepers are noticing a difference,
It's not as bright this year, but there are some pockets.
many are still grateful there's still at least some varying shades to observe.
But I've learned over the years to not search for peak and appreciate the pockets.
Others, meanwhile, seem unfazed.
Coming from Florida, where we don't have 4 seasons at all and nothing changes color, it just goes from green to greener, we haven't really noticed it. It's not dampened the experience at all. It's been great.
And going forward, some conservationists are confident many impacted forests will be able to rebound throughout future falls.
Our trees and our forests have an inherent resilience, and they've evolved to adapt to extremes.
Ted Linder, Fox News.
We were talking earlier, we both have noticed it's a little more muted this year.
Definitely, especially in the Bangor area.
Yeah, it's still pretty though.
It is.
Go ahead, take it
Radio
away.
City Music Hall's famous dance team is kicking into action ahead of the holiday season. Rehearsals for the Radio City Christmas Spectacular in New York City are in full swing as 84 Rockettes train to perfect the show's precise and iconic numbers. The show has been a Radio City tradition leading up to Christmas Day since it first debuted in 1933. Director and choreographer Julie Branham says while many of the dances stay the same, there are some improvements coming to this year's show.
For me, Christmas is everything, right? It's what we spend the entire year on. So I'm always looking to up the show. This year we have the Sphere Immersive Sound System, so it's going to be incredible. The sound that you're going to hear in the music hall is like no other place except the Sphere in Vegas. So we're really fortunate. There are over 7,000 speakers. There are more speakers than there are seats in the house, which is crazy.
Wow, that is neat.
The Christmas Spectacular is back at Radio City Music Hall starting on November 6th and will run until January 4th.
And if you get a chance to see it, do it. I got to see it once.
Did you?
I
was going to say I've always wanted to see that.
It's very neat.
Let's turn things back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. Already, small craft advisory and gale watches posted. Small craft advisory posted until 8 a.m. as we head towards your Thursday. We also have gale watches posted until 8 a.m. as we head towards your Friday. In the meantime, wave heights are already active at around 5 feet according to the buoys, 8 feet farther out towards sea. We still have that area low pressure farther out towards sea that is stirring up the ocean. Radar and satellite showing things calming down on land, but as we do zoom things out, that area low pressure is still out there. There it is right there, and that is what's stirring up the ocean, still prompting those advisories along the shore at this time, including including parts of Maine along the coastline. So as we check things out, there's that area of low pressure right there. That's what's stirring up the ocean. We have a cold front right there that will help to push things out of here, but we're going to have another area of low pressure develop, and that's what's going to send some rain in from the east going toward the west throughout parts of the week later on. Futurecast in the meantime will have some clouds developing today and again later on tonight. Gusty winds a thing today and tonight as well. There's the beginnings of that area of low pressure. It tries to get a little bit of snow. I know there's that four-letter word. Snow begins to get mentioned. Mainly further off towards the north can't be ruled out, but for us farther down toward the south, I'm keeping the mention of rain in the forecast. But as we head towards your Thursday, that opportunity for rain will begin to move in with that area of low pressure. The pressure gradient gets stacked too with the isobar, so gusty winds will be a thing as well through Thursday. And then the rain backs off as we head towards Thursday night and the parts of Friday. So gusty winds a thing today, up to 20 to 25 miles per hour, continuing in the parts of tonight. And even as we head towards your Thursday, more gusty winds will be an issue. So for today, we're dry, mostly cloudy and breezy, highs in the upper 50s, north wind up to around 20 miles per hour. By tonight, upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy, northwest wind at around 15 miles per hour. Some higher gusts cannot be ruled out. Low 50s tomorrow, mostly cloudy, some rain showers, and that north wind up to around 20 miles per hour. Higher gusts cannot be ruled out. Alrighty, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Partly cloudy on Friday with highs in the upper 50s, and then low 60s for your Saturday under a mostly sunny sky. Partly cloudy Sunday, highs in the mid 60s.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
No, and you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Look at this guy.
What?
Yo,
Sick car, man.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Can I charge my phone?
Ooh. Hey, can I get the password for the Wi-Fi?
Oh, let's change the music.
Those? Dang.
Have I got something in my teeth?
Oh.
Loaded with features for everyone.
Nice, man.
How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra.
Right now, lease a Hyundai Elantra SE for $169 a month or get 2.99% APR for 48 months. Visit your local Bangor Hyundai dealer.
Time to get clean!
Yes, but that liquid detergent leaves you covered in harsh chemical residue. Not Earth Breeze. Just one sheet gives you a powerful clean.
Switch now at earthbreeze.com. You're gripping a pumpkin spice latte, watching the home game on a Friday night. Earlier, you took the kids apple picking and almost made it through the corn maze. It's that time of year. Shorter days, cooler nights. Valley Home Services believes the comfort and warmth of home means more on nights like these. Comfort and warmth that comes from Fujitsu heat pumps. Valley Home Services has the most reliable choices for heating and cooling your home or business. Ditch the worry of heating bills and power outages all season long with Valley Home Services. Go ahead, embrace the comfort.
You know Matt pretty well. Did he give you any advice?
He said that I should use 26 words or more.
25 words or less.
Wed,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
You just won it!
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
A nonprofit youth organization adds new awards for its members. Scouting America, formerly known as Boy Scouts of America, says members can now earn merit badges in artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. Scouting America says the purpose of the badges is to stay relevant in a digital world. The organization says the AI badge will challenge scouts to learn about deep fakes and learn how AI impacts the real world. Scouts will also be asked to work on an assignment that uses AI or describe what it means. Meanwhile, the cybersecurity badge will help to teach scouts the tools needed to combat against cyber threats, including from viruses to social engineering attacks. Scouts have had the opportunity to earn those badges for about a week now, heading into the modern age.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good thing, though, with the young kids.
Yeah.
Immerse them in it a little bit.
Yeah, kind of need those things these days.
As always, we thank you for joining us. That is all the time we have left for this morning.
Thanks for being there, everyone. We hope you have a great day.